Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. Now, if you're new to the channel, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. This is the show where you guys send in your messiest, toxic, most out-of-pocket predicaments, and I attempt to break them down, giving my honest and unbiased feedback. Now, listen, I'm a comedian, not a therapist, so ain't no guarantee I'll be able to help fix your life, but I can provide laughter along the way and call it like I see it. So without any further ado, let's get into the episode. My husband's infidelity is the thing that saved our marriage. Hey, Mike, not sure if I need advice or just your take on this. I think cheating actually saved my marriage. Nah, that sounds like super nasty work, but I'm intrigued, so keep talking. I found out my husband was seeing another woman regularly, like a full-on mistress situation. Stay alert, stay alive. When I confronted him, I was heartbroken and I asked him why. He had calmly explained that for years he had communicated to me that he wasn't happy in our marriage and he felt unappreciated. Oh yeah, been there, done that, never again. I hadn't made him feel loved, so he sought that elsewhere. I thought about cheating back for revenge, but I couldn't go through with it. Like this video if you think she's full of shit. Since that conversation, we started couples therapy, and I've done a complete 180 in how I show up in our marriage. Next time, try a whole 69 and see if that don't bring a spark back. My husband is much happier, and he makes me a priority again, and our love seems stronger than ever. The problem is, oh boy, what is it now? My best friend and my sister keep telling me I'm a fool and I should leave him for what he did. Let me guess, they're both single, aren't they? My sister's been married twice and is currently single. Bingo! And my best friend has never been married or proposed to. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Word to Kevin Samuels. Their advice doesn't sit right with me. I feel like I made the right choice by staying and rebuilding. What do you think, Mike? I mean, honestly, like you started off the letter by saying you didn't know if you needed my advice or just my take on it. I don't really have any advice because I think you made the right decision. Here's my take. I think that your sister doesn't know how to keep a man. She's failed at marriage twice. She's currently single. So single women love to keep other women single. And your friend, she's never been proposed to, never been married, and she's probably currently single. They want you to join the company that's full of misery. You know what I'm saying? You rebuild it with your husband. You realized, and which is very, very rare, you took accountability and said, yo, my husband's been communicating with me like an adult. The issues in our marriage, I failed to make adjustments, and so he went out and sought that elsewhere. That's a normal human feeling. A lot of people may disagree with that, and I'm okay with that. But that's a normal human feeling. Lacking something in one place and seeking it elsewhere. You work at a job, they're not paying you enough, the benefits are trash, the hours suck. What do? You go find another job. Now, he could have left you, yeah, sure, he could have divorced you, moved on to somebody else. That'd have been fine. But a lot of times, unpopular opinion amongst women, very popular amongst men, a lot of times the side chick is what keeps the marriage together. I don't know what it is about women, and I got 5 sisters. I got a mom, a stepmom, grandmother, aunts. I've dealt with women all my life. I don't know what it is about women, but something, just a switch just flips in their brain when they find out that somebody else wants their man, or they feel like someone else is beating them out and making their man more happy than them. It's like a competition. I know men are super competitive. We're territorial, you know what I mean? We're dominant by nature, but something about a woman does not like to be outdid by other women. Again, this might ruffle a few feathers, and I'm not judging anybody, but women get their body done. They say, no, it's not for men. It's for me. No, it's not. It's so that you can outshine other women, so then you become the main attention for men. Everything men and women do in this world is for the opposite sex. Unless you're, you know what I'm saying? Unless you go both ways like windshield wipers, but that's a different story for a different day. Men get haircuts, men buy jewelry, nice cars. 99% of the time, that's to attract women. Women get their bodies done. They wear makeup. They put on wigs, lashes, all that stuff. Because I know how much all that beauty upkeep costs for women. And ain't no way in the world women would do that if they weren't trying to get the best man they could attain. So the fact that you're able to see another woman making your man happy and say, I ain't with that. I can't lose to her. That's why when men go out with wedding rings, other women want them more. Because they're like, oh, if I can get him, obviously he's already proved that he's worth being a husband. So it's kind of like he's already verified that he's good people's. And then those women feel like, oh, if I can take her man off of her, this puts me in a hierarchy of women. I can't explain it, but I've got plenty of sisters. I'm telling you, I'm around females. It's their logic. They don't like seeing other women outdo them. So when you found out your man was cheating, you was like, what? Nah. If a man finds out that his wife is cheating, most of the time there's some dudes that'll be like, oh, just don't leave me. Not me. I'm not one of them. If I found out my shorty's cheating, she's done. But as soon as a man finds out that, he's out. There's no, oh, let me try to outdo the next dude. He's like, yeah, bro, you can have her. I'm out. Women don't do that. Women stay and they stay and they stay because they don't want to be outdone. So the fact that you started showing up for your husband in all the ways he said you weren't, and now he's making you the priority again, the love is stronger, you're happier and everything, then like you said, the cheating is probably what saved your marriage. Because had it not been for that, you would still not be showing up, not being appreciated, not being affectionate, whatever he was missing, you still wouldn't be doing that and he would still be living in misery. Men suffer all the time in silence. You just go along to get along. That's just how we are. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you caught him or whatever. I don't know how that came about. That was probably crazy. You know what I'm saying? You forgave him, and now your sister and your best friend is like, girl, leave him. Because guess what? They want you to be as lonely as they are. You did the right decision. So continue to do what you do. Show up for your man. He's making you the priority. Let that go. And I'm going to tell you right now, again, a man cheating on a woman is not the same as a woman cheating on a man. I don't care what society tries to tell you. It's not the same. So you forgiving him has none of the same ramifications as if you cheated on him and he forgave you. Because there's a whole lack of respect thing that goes into that. It's a bunch of different things. The man could just go out and crack something and not even know the shorty's name and be cool with it. That's not how y'all operate. But that, again, that's another story for another day. I think you did the right thing. Stay in your marriage. Congratulations. I hope it goes on another 20, 30 years, till death do you part, whatever. Stop listening to your sister and your best friend. Tell them to get a man. Tell your friends to find a man that they own. Man that they own. You know the song. You know what I'm saying? Tell them to stay out your business because you're going to end up just like them, as lonely, single, and miserable. Stay alert, stay alive. Her and our friendship was always platonic until it wasn't. Yo, Mike, I got a female friend. We always been super cool. What's her Instagram? No. It's for market research purposes and whatnot. We never hooked up before, but we joked about having sex one time just out of curiosity and then go back to being friends. Once she lets you crack, ain't no going back unless it's back for more. We laughed it off, but it never happened. Good. Until one night we were out drinking and the topic came up again. So we said, yo, let's just get it out of our system. Oh, she gonna get it out your system as soon as she start slamming them cakes against your waist. We went to a room and honestly, it was the best I ever had. She was very satisfied as well. Like this video if you think he's full of shit. Afterwards, we went back to being friends and agreed to never bring it up again. But I won't lie, I think we're both in love with each other. I told you what would happen. Stay alert, stay alive. Neither of us wants to say it first, afraid that it'll make things awkward if the other one doesn't feel the same. I can definitely sense the dynamic has changed since that night. Should I be the man and say how I feel first? Hell no. Or just ignore it and suppress my feelings just to keep the friendship intact. Yeah, my boy, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Nah, but all jokes aside, I don't think that friendship is ever going back to the way it was before you done stuck your tool in her pool. You know what I'm saying? It's just never going to be that way. I'm going to tell you why. Men, most of the time, not all, but most of the time, they could beat and go right back to being like, yo, what's up with your ex? Y'all still be talking? I'll give him another shot. Because we disassociate the feelings from the physical. Most of the time, the women can't do that. So the fact that she even lets you do it meant she already had some type of feelings for you. And if y'all was already cool as hell before that, y'all already gonna have that kind of level of respect or love for each other as just friends. So then once you stick it in there, you done broke the barrier. That platonic is out the window. It's never going back to the way it was. So my suggestion would be to just say something to her. Nah, you know what? I got a better idea. What you should probably do is be like, yo, tell me why I've been thinking about that night. Like, we might have to run that back just one last time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if she is like, all right, bet, then you already in there. But if she's like, boy, no, we said we was going back to being friends, like, knock it off. See, this is why I didn't want to do it, because I knew you was going to get addicted, da-da-da. You'd be like, okay, it's cool. And then you know. But if she lets you run it back, then you got to be like, cool. And then this is what you do. This is what you do, bro. Check this out. In the middle of you, once you're doing that, you got to slip in a little, I love you. I want to be with you. You got to say something like that, but you got to get her like on the brink of the climax so she's the most vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Because if you say it while she's sober-minded, she might shut that down just out of like, what you talking about? But if you catch her in the heat of the moment, be like, I ain't stopped thinking about you ever since that night. Like, yo, we supposed to be more than friends. Something along those lines. But you got to do it either when y'all, I don't want to say drunk, because then the next day she might be like, oh, we was talking crazy and dip it like that. You know what I'm saying? If she let you beat again, then you got to say it in the middle of the heated passion. Because if you feel like you love her and she probably loves you, and you just don't want to be the one to say it first, because maybe she'll be like, I get that. That's rejection. But men, we take rejection all day. How you doing, sweetie? Yeah, I got a boyfriend. You can't have friends. We get rejected on a daily. It's nothing new to us. Women, they're not used to being rejected. So them being rejected is way more traumatic to their psyche. Now, I know there'll be some people like, women don't get attacked. Women don't attack men when they get rejected, yada, yada. Relax. What men do sometimes when they get rejected is definitely far more, worse than what women do, but women don't handle rejection well because they're not used to it. You know what I'm saying? So you can't let her make the first move. She's never going to do it. You got to wait. I'm telling you right now, bring up the trying to hit it again. If she's with you letting clap the cheeks again, then you already know the answer to your question. But if she brushes that off, then you just got to get out your feelings, my boy, and move on. Keep her to be the homie. Whatever friendship y'all had before that, you're going to have to go revert back to that. That's the only way y'all can resume the platonic friendship, is if she has no interest in letting you clap again or being with you in any sort. Because if she hits you with that boy bye, then you already know. And it might not have been as good as you thought. Because women don't be wanting to walk away from the good pipe. They very rarely get piped to death. Dudes be in and out like a robbery, so sometimes they be in shortchanged and be cheated, you know what I'm saying? I know chicks to be in their 30s, like, I ain't never had an orgasm from my man before. It's just the facts. Dudes be selfish. So if you really put it down like you said, she's probably going to want to spin that back. Excuse me. She's probably going to want to spin that back one more time, and that's when you got to open up the feelings of, you know what I mean? Let your emotions be known. And who knows, bro? Maybe this is a match made in heaven. Because what do women always say? Oh, I want to be with somebody. I need to be friends with the person first. That makes the best relationships. Look at that. I just bit my tongue. Being friends first makes the best relationships. Well, damn, we was besties before this, so we should make it to the mountaintop. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. It's tough, but I'm telling you, that's my advice to you. I would try to see if she's getting clapped again, and if she is, it's pretty much a sealed deal. Hey, but again, I'm a comedian, not a therapist, so don't come back like, bro, you said. Take it on the chin if it don't work out. Stay alert, stay alive. I've been in tons of toxic relationships, and I finally got a good guy, but now I'm bored. Mike, I've been in a lot of toxic relationships in my life. Krishan Rock, is that you? Some involve verbal abuse, some physical, sometimes even both. Not cool, and we don't condone domestic violence over here at Mike Murphy TV. I prayed for a good man to come in my life, and I finally got one. Now that's what I like to hear. But here's the thing, I'm not happy at all. I miss the thrill and excitement of those toxic relationships, the intensity, even a touch of danger. Go ahead, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. My current man is predictable and stable, basically the opposite of what I'm used to, and I just can't handle it. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm being honest with myself. Like this video if you think she's crazy as shit. I've always been attracted to that kind of relationship with a light touch of violence. It turns me on. Not gonna lie, a light touch of violence get me going too. Yeah, definitely here for it. My man really loves me and will be heartbroken if I left, but I can't keep pretending I'm happy. I have two questions for you. How do I end it with him while letting him down easy? And secondly, am I wrong for wanting what I want? Thanks for the help. You've been dealing with a bunch of futures, finally got you a Russell Wilson, and you like, nah, bring back the toxicity. It gets the cookie wet. Nah, I know what you're talking about, man. Most women do. There's a quote. You can do anything to a woman except for bore her. I done seen dudes cheat, beat, have babies, do all that stuff. The moment a woman's like, I'm just bored, I'm not fulfilled, then they turn into Aisha Curry, you know what I'm saying? I want to get a job. I got life so easy that I'm bored to the point that I want to go out and work a 9 to 5. You cannot bore women. So I get you, shorty. I understand. I said it earlier in the episode. I got 5 sisters. I see what kind of dudes they come home with, and I see what kind of dudes they curve. They always come home with the pookies, and they be curving the good dudes. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna put my sister's business out there, but they've all had great men at one point, and they done curved them for homie cuz. You know what I'm saying? They want to be a passenger princess while homeboy be whipping the rental around, busting moves, selling packs and busting snaps, all the dangerous stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know what it is, and I don't want to seem like create like a gender war or nothing like that. But women thrive in chaos. Not all women, and I hate that I gotta say that. 'Cause some people are like, "Well, I know one person." I don't care about your exception to the rule. Most women thrive in chaos because their regular lives aren't chaotic enough, so they need that thrill. Most men be out there battling wars all day. When they come home, like, I want peace. I don't want all that rah-rah. So the moment you start to bore a chick, oh, she's out. She's looking for the next thrill, the next excitement. Her feelings are fleeting. They come and go. One minute she's happy. The next minute she's like, nah, I want him to do this. Choke me. You know what I'm saying? Spit in my mouth. Do all this. Oh, my bad. I'm having a flashback. My bad. I'm tripping. But you get what I'm saying. So the fact that you want Pookie back and Chris the banker ain't gonna do it for you. I ain't judging you. You asked me two questions. How do you let him down? And is you wrong for wanting what you want? You're not wrong for wanting what you want, but I'll give you some advice on that before I get to the letting them down part. Here's my advice, right? I don't know how old you are, but a lot of women go through their younger years, 20s, sometimes 30s, chasing that thrill, that excitement. They get ran through, they get wore out, they get abused, they get kids, the dudes go to jail, deadbeats, whatever. Life basically takes a toll on them. And now they're so defeated that they look for the safe option. They don't even necessarily love that person or like they're not enamored with that person, but they know that the rest of their life needs to have some stability. So they find that person that can provide it. And I seen a quote. I don't wholeheartedly agree with it, but I do understand in some circumstances where it comes from. They said stepdads are just men that women wouldn't date if they didn't have kids. I've seen plenty of examples of, I'm only with you because you're help raising my 3 kids. If I didn't have no kids, you would not be even a candidate. You know what I'm saying? And it's not for all. I didn't have girls with kids. Almost every relationship I was ever in, the girl had a child or children. And I was all in with them. You know what I mean? And some of them chicks ain't chicks that I couldn't get if they didn't have kids. But some of them probably were. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But my advice to you is don't go through those younger years getting blasted through mattresses, ran through, tore up, beat down. Your beauty's gone, you know what I'm saying? Your body's gone, all that. And then go say, oh, I want the safe option. Because there's no, that's not guaranteed. And a lot of times you done dealt with so much trauma in them earlier years that you bring that into a relationship with a dude who's like, nah, we're not doing that. He might be like a little bit of a cornball or a lame or whatever, but he knows he's not going to tolerate that. He wants the retired 304 or the retired streetwalker that's going to be peaceful. He's not going back and getting no animal rescue league joint. This is going crazy. Nah, we're not doing that. We'll put you down first. You know what I'm saying? But again, I hope that however old you are, I hope you don't make the mistake of wasting your best years on dudes that don't like you only to end up with the guy you got now. And then it might not be as healthy. So maybe if you just out for sure, you don't want to be with him, cool. I'll give you an example on how to leave him. But if you're not 100% sure, and maybe you just is like a fleeting emotion, maybe you change your mind in a week or two, what I would say is I would try to find ways in your relationship where y'all can spice things up. You know what I'm saying? Have him put on a do-rag. Have him come through, you know what I'm saying, drinking a Four Loko or a 40 in a brown paper bag, you know what I'm saying? Have him withdraw like 2 bands from the bank account like he just busted a move, like he just made a play and he coming back to the crib and let you count it on a dining room table. Yeah, count this for me, you know what I'm saying? Oh, for real, baby? 1, 2, 3, 4, 100. You know what I'm saying? Like, I said 4, 100. That's crazy. That's really 80. But you get what I'm saying. Role play, make him act like a thug, like it's Halloween every day. You know what I'm saying? Have him come in, black hoodie, Tim's, Dickies on. You know what I'm saying? Talking crazy to, yeah, just had to smack homie down on the block, da-da-da. Man, he just came home from Wells Fargo. He worked down at Chase. Role play, a little bit of excitement or something. Maybe y'all go to a hotel and he beats your guts in a parking lot while there's people driving by. Maybe they peep, oh, what's going on back there? Have him do some things that bring some excitement to your life and you might feel better. Because right now you said he's predictable, he's stable. He probably get off work, come home, eat, missionary, you know, in the bed, go to bed, wake up. Same old thing. You're like, yo, I'm tired of this. I need a thrill. Make him give you the thrill. But if it's just to the point where you know you don't want to be with him, you want to go chase Pookie Loke, you know what I'm saying, Ray Ray and them, what I would do is I would tell him straight up, like, listen, I love you. You're a great guy. You got to reassure him. You're doing all these things, but you're just too good for me. Like, I'm not used to filet mignon. I want chicken tenders. And I don't want you to dumb down your life to meet me where I'm at. Like, I'm just not ready to be with somebody like you. And I don't want to stand in the way of you meeting the person who's going to love you properly, because it can't be me. It'll be bad at first, but he'll learn to appreciate it later on down the line once he does meet the right person who loves him the way he wants to and accepts him for who he is and doesn't want him to change or be somebody else. So if it's just super duper a rap, then that's the way I would go about it. But if it's not, maybe you think there's something there, do a little role play. You know what I'm saying? Step out of what y'all normally do and have a conversation with him. Just explain to him, look, I'm used to this. Those dudes, I don't like them because they're not me. Like, they don't bring any value to my life, but their character gives me enough excitement to get me, going. If you can turn into the good person you are, but have this rough side of you, we might have a future. That's what I would do. That's my advice to you. I hope it all works out. Stay alert, stay alive. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. I hope you guys enjoyed me as much as I enjoyed you. And if so, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Like this video. Matter of fact, leave me a comment. Let me know what kind of advice you would have gave them. And who knows? Maybe you got your own toxic tale to tell about a shady friend or an entanglement you need help untangling. If so, feel free to drop me a letter at the email provided below, and I'll make sure to read it in a future segment of Advice with Mike. Now, with that being said, our time together has come to an end. But just remember, stay alert, stay alive.